Now, what about when I'm now the same fractions I'm talking about, then I added them. For example, I do addition now of fractions. Just play with those numbers. For example, 1/3 or 1/2 plus 1/3. Now, when you're in class 4, you did fractions that had the same denominator. There, you didn't have any problem. For example, 1/2 plus 1/2, you just needed, because the denominator was the same. This is because we are talking about a half of an orange, and then I'm given a half to eat this morning, and in the afternoon I take the other half. When I add the two, I'll get a full of orange, and the same thing will apply here. This will be 1 plus 1, but because the denominator is the same, I just write over 2. So 1, so that I will get 2/2, and this is 2/2. This is the first piece. The second piece, so it will be 2/2, which is the same as 1. Now in class 5, since we learned how to get the LCM, then we will do these questions, but we'll use the LCM then to get the answers of this. But before we get to the LCM, we can rename those fractions. For example, let me change this fraction. For example, when you have 1/3 plus 2, sorry, 1/6. For us to make these fractions to be like those ones of class 6, of class 4, then I can rename one of them, and I will name the one that can be can be multiplied by another to get one of these. And if I look at these numbers, I'm seeing as if I get 3 times 2, I'll get 6. So it is easier to change this, to rename this, than to rename this. So if I take 1/3 and then multiplied 2 by 2 and then by 2, to make it an equivalent fraction, I'll get 2/6. Remember, when we were simplifying by 2/1 by 2/3, it means that this fraction, which is 2/6, is the same as 1/3. So after renaming this, I'll have 2/6, and instead of writing 1/3, I write 2/6 plus 1/6. That way, I'll just now be forced to write, just add the numbers. 2 plus 1, you get 3/6. And then remember, such a fraction cannot be left like this, because I'm seeing as if I can simplify further, or I can divide the numerator by and the denominator by a common factor. And which is this common factor? It is 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So my answer will be 1/2. Instead of using the renaming fraction, renaming of one of the fractions, we can then use just the LCM, because that would be the easiest way possible. Remember, we talked of getting the LCM in 3 methods, but we agreed that the simplest method will be using the shortest method. So if I was to add these fractions, you're told to add, for example, 1/3 plus 1/2. All I need to do is get the LCM of 3 and of 2 using that method we talked about. Here I can divide by 2, So 3 divided by 2, it's impossible, so I let the 3 to remain. Then 2 divided by 2 is 1. And remember, when I'm dividing when I'm looking for the LCM, then I need to eliminate all the numbers. So I'll have to divide by 3 so that 3 times 3 can go. 3 divided by 3 can go. So my answer will be 2 times 3, which is 6. So my LCM is 6. So then I come here and write my LCM. Now the next step after looking for the LCM of the 2 digits then is to remember that I'll have 6, then divide by 3, this 3, and I'll have 6 divide by 2, this 2. Then when I get the answer, here I'll get 2 and here I'll get 3. Then after dividing and getting the answer, now according to the fraction, the answers that I got, I should multiply by the numerator. So in this case, I'll multiply here by 1 and here by 1. So the answer here, it is 2, and the answer here is 3. So in short, I can come here, and now instead of writing this work here, I just write it down here and write 6 divided by 3, which is this one. 6 divided by 3 is equals to 2. Then 2 times 1, which is 2. Then minus, this is done together. Now minus 6, which is this one, divided by 2 here, the way I did it. And I got the answer as 3. Then after getting the 3, I multiplied by 1 to get what? To get 3. So meaning, in short, it's supposed to be 6 and plus, it will be 6 over 6 and 2 plus 3, this 3 over here, or 2 and 3 here, so that you can get 5 over 6. Let me do now the last one and make sure now I use the shortest method. For example, we have 1 over 4 plus 2 over 7. So what do you do first? Look for the LCM of 4 and of 7. I can divide by 2 here to get 2, and then 7 because it cannot be divisible by 2. And then I divide again 2, I get 1, and then 7 again. And then I divide by 7 to eliminate the numbers 1, 1. So the LCM will be 2 by 2 by 7, meaning 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 7 is 28. So the LCM now is 28. Then I get my 28 here, my 28 there, then divide by 4 and divide by 7. And the answer 28 divided by 4 is 7. Then times 1. Then 28 divided by 7 is 4. Then multiply by 2. Then the answers that I'll get will be 7, and here will be 8. Then these two numbers, I'd come and write them 7 plus 8. And the answer will be 15 over 28. Then I ask myself, is this fraction in its simplest form? I cannot see 8 there. I cannot divide these two numbers by 3, by 2, by 5, by 7. Yes, so it can't. By 8, by 9, by 11, it can't. So that is the answer. Now the same thing that we are using, the same formula that we are using, we can use it to add now mixed numbers plus mixed numbers, or mixed numbers minus mixed number plus a fraction. It doesn't really matter. For example, 2 and 1 over 2 plus 1 and 1 over 2. So the only thing you need to do is separate the whole numbers with the whole fraction. This is 4. whereby you do like this and like that, because this is 2 plus 1 into brackets plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4. This will be 3 plus, then what do? Look for the LCM. We said you write your 2 and your 4. Get the LCM. Here will be 2, because 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then you divide by 2 to get 1, and then 2 divided by 2 is 1. So the LCM will be 2 times 2, which is 4. Then the 4 you've gotten, we said you write it twice. Then you come and divide the 4 by the 2 numerators, by the 2 denominators, so by 2, and then you divide by 4. So that 4 divided by 2 will be 2, and 4 divided by 4 will be 1. Then after getting that, after dividing by the denominator, then multiply accordingly to the with the numerators. In our case here it is 1, and here times 1, so that you get here 2 and then 1. So these two answers are the ones we're going to write here. 2 plus 1 over what? The LCM. And then you get, remember to carry your whole numbers as you go downwards. Then plus, this is 3 over 4. Then when I put them together, I'll have 3 over 4.
Misha.
So this is how you add your mixed numbers together with another mixed number.